guys approach women?
Look at them. They're like, no.
I'm half and half. If it's like a girl I think I would be interested in, I have no problem approaching her. I'm not against approaching women. However, it does become a numbers game, and it's exhausting. Like, I don't want to be out approaching 50 different girls.
Okay, wait. No man should be like approaching every girl at the club. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, but it's a numbers game.
Only the ones that he's interested in.
Point on women is gonna change the moment you like meet the right woman. Yeah.
That's cute, but no. I mean, I have, I've had love for women, but I'm never gonna fall in love with a woman, because when you fall in love with a woman, what happens is you start to lose grounding and you start to lose that rational thought. A lot of the stupid things that men do is because of love.
So you're scared to be vulnerable
No.
and let yourself go and be in love. Like, you're gonna block yourself from like emotion and to feel for something that could be really amazing for you because you're scared to be vulnerable.
No, because I understand that men and women are different, and men love women far differently than women love men. Men love women for real. Women love men.
Women love men for real.
No, they don't.
Yes,
Women
they do.
love men under the premise that they provide value. Men love women idealistically. Women tend to love men more from an opportunistic standpoint.
Any guy who goes after a girl significantly younger than them is severely lacking in their life. And I mean that confidence-wise. I mean, like, they are falling short in so many places that is the only place they can turn to feel like they have something on the scale of power.
And ultimately it's predatory. I mean, there's just no way to because you're manipulating someone who is not aware of what they're giving you.
Is now going out to criticize other people based on their dating preferences. She says men in their 30s are predatory if they date girls in their 20s, even though she has made countless videos with guys much older than that. And now that she is not in her early 20s and she's starting to hit the wall, no one wants her, she's going to criticize men. This is the last person anybody should be taking dating advice from. My dear, I would recommend you not attack the sexual proclivities of men, given your sexual proclivities. There's nothing wrong with legal consensual marriages, and it's always older women who are not at the age of desire who spin this narrative. Of course, I would love to debate this topic with you, Miss Khalifa. Invite me on the podcast, we'll talk.
See, it just shows that they're probably a little bit jealous for this situation. What you gotta understand is with men usually like women who are younger because they're seen as younger, more beautiful, and when it comes to the primal urge, they're more likely to actually give birth to healthy kids. That's just a real primal reason. That's it. As long as they're legal and it's fine, they're both consenting adults, should not be a problem with that. It just shows that they're jealous because as they're reaching older, it's getting harder to find men around their age.
Stopping the video when I see someone I'd leave my girlfriend for. No. I'm gonna say no. Yes, I'm so. Yep, 110%. You're gone. You are gone. Dunzo.
What's the name of the last you talked to?
Let me think.
That's too many. I probably have to go through my phone for that.
Do you love me? I'm just kidding. I'm married.
I only love my bed and my mama.
I'm married, so it's good.
Are you? Where's your husband at?
At home.
Where your ring at?
It's getting cleaned. It's getting cleaned.
It's an evil world we live in.
Yeah, I'll count your way.
She was not kidding. She was not kidding, bro. I'm telling you. Hey, honestly, I would suggest as a man, don't deal with another man's wife because that's like stepping over the boundary. It's a little bit messed up. You want that to happen to you. But the fact that she even said that and she don't got a ring means you know where she belongs. She belongs exactly where they at.
The reason why men are on dating apps are because of you lot, yeah? That's what it is. When you walk up to a woman, she's got some 3-5-2 formation, defensive formation on her forehead. She ain't trying to hear anything you got to say. I walked up to a woman and I asked her, yeah, as I asked, excuse me, can I borrow your lighter? I've got a boyfriend. I needed a flame light, you know what I'm saying? So for me, yeah, you lot got that 811 Christmas tree formation on your head.
You're mingling with the wrong girl.
I mean, it's got a point. Of course, there are plenty of women out there who do that, but it's not all women at all, of course. A lot of women, if you just come up and you're very respectful and nice and approach them correctly, usually they'll treat you with respect. Now, the ones that live like that and do those things are going to end up alone forever, and it's great because that's a great sign, and you now realize that the person is not mentally stable and you shouldn't be with them.
Do you think a guy should continue to talk to a girl after he got rejected by her or completely act like she doesn't exist?
Act like she doesn't exist, get as many bitches as possible, and make her regret her life.
That shit. And then the last question. Well, one more question.
He's like, that's gold.
It must be so nice as a guy that the second the toothpaste is almost done, a new one just magically appears.
Oh, yeah. Imagine being a girl where just magically rent's covered every month in this luxury building, okay? No, but thanks for the Arm & Hammer, pal.
Oh, my bad. After you say that, there's no comeback to that, man. And once you paying the bills, there's no comeback to that. If you sustain life, you deserve respect in that house.
Fast do you determine whether you'll sleep with a man or not?
After first impression.
On sight.
Probably the first time I see him.
First time I see him. Right when I see you.
It depends who you are.
I feel like you got that bitch, then we gon'
Have you determined that about me yet?
What you want?
That's with anybody, though. In any situation, in any part of life, when every single time, the first time you meet somebody, you know from 100% fact if you're going to want to get with them, man or woman. But the thing is, with women, sometimes if you as a man approach a girl and you spit game and you got some swag to you and you got some money, stuff like that, you can kind of raise your chances. You know, you don't have to be the best looking, but usually with guys, it's usually like on site. Like it's on site.
Sauce, got game?
I got sauce.
Can you get a man's number?
I can. Here for a second.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm just trying to get someone's number. My name is Sydney. What is your name?
My name's Corey.
Corey.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I get your number?
I mean, you could get it. What's good though?
I just want to get your number.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you live around here?
Yeah, I live around here in the area. Okay. You trying to take my number down? Sydney, your real name?
Oh yeah, that's my real name. Corey. Nice to meet you.
Nice.
Hopefully we talk soon.
Post-game interview, how do you think her game was?
Her game's solid, but
Okay. Okay?
You're tripping.
Okay.
Why every time I offer to pay, you say yes?
Because I'm not stupid. If there's an opportunity for me to save my money, I'm going to save my money.
Okay.
I will swipe out your card. No hesitation. I have your card on my Apple Pay, matter of fact.
What you mean you have my card on my Apple Pay?
You know I do.
That's a good point, bro. If that guy wants to let himself pay and you guys been together forever, that's just physically irresponsible. Like, if you always offer to pay, I'm going to let you. Go ahead. Don't try to offer to be nice just to be turned down. If you offer, be prepared to pull it out and whip out that card. Man or woman, anybody, bro. If you're offered to pay something, they say yes. You're like, oh, sorry, actually, I can't. Nah.
Talk enough about how passport bros are just predators. You're leaving America to go to another country.
And I rest my case. The women that claim to not care about men leaving the country will call a man a predator simply because he is leaving the country. And they are not leaving because they want quote-unquote submissive women. They are leaving because they're tired of being told by broke women that they don't make enough money. They're leaving because they're tired of being called crazy by women who pray to rocks and think the month you were born has anything to do with your personality. They're leaving because they're tired of seeing their friends lose everything that they have because against their better judgment, they decided to put their relationship on a piece of paper to please their woman. And some of the men that make the videos about this just make it because they know you would react. And you're doing exactly what they want you to do. Exactly what you did with Andrew Tate. Exactly what the gym bros do with Drew Afualo. So the more you feed into it, the more this topic is going to become relevant when nobody...
That logic makes no sense. Not the guy. The guy's logic was great. The lady's logic in the first place makes no sense. If you leave America to find someone to get with, what? What's wrong with that? When you go outside and you go to the club, you find someone to get with as well. So what's wrong with that? They're just changing location because they understand that in certain locations there are different cultures that they vibe with. Common sense.
And advice on how to avoid the friend zone. What I was doing was teaching men how they should be to get women and also how they should be to respect themselves when they're in the pursuit of women. But if women want to come on here and teach men, be my guest. But y'all don't do it. And when you do it, the advice that you give men would disqualify them from most women because most women don't even know what they want anyways. And a lot of women don't even know what this guy did in order to get them. So if that's true, which it is for a lot of women, how are you going to come on here and teach men a class? Teach a class to men on how to get women because you don't know how you were gotten in the first place. I'd rather take advice from a person that successfully sells a product than take advice from somebody who keeps buying the fucking product. Because men are very simple. A, B, C, and D. This is what you need to do. That'll get her. And they'll do it. They'll do it perfectly. They just need to know. But you're not teaching them what A, B, C, and D is because you don't even know yourself. There's a lot of good men that are sleeping alone that wish they had a good woman to wrap their arms around. And they'd be good for you. But they don't know what to do. They don't know what you want. But then you are going to be on here, well, I'll teach. Okay, then show them. But the advice that y'all give isn't very good. For example, women would never give this advice, but I will. All right? There was this girl. I liked her. She liked me. She was doing all the things that I like and appreciate, and it was a great vibe going. She started doing things that I didn't like, that I thought wasn't right. This shit was improper. So what did I do? I pulled my time and attention away from her.
If a woman goes and has a kid by somebody else, and she comes home and says, this is your baby, you find out 3 years later that that's not your kid, and she lied to you the whole time, and she knew.
Oh.
You've been raising this kid as yours.
Maybe she didn't know, but she was unsure.
No, she knew. So you either way, you was doing something wrong.
Yeah, that should be a crime. I don't know, that's not a crime. Like, legitimately, that's literally stealing money. That's literally theft. There's no way. And how can you, like, how kind of a sick person do you have to be to literally lie for that long? Like, you have to be the most conniving sick person. Bro, if that happens, man, like, I don't know, bro. I don't know what to do. Like, I don't know what to do, man. Like, you got, that's just terrible. This world is terrible.
Biggest pet peeve when it comes on to texting.
If I don't text her back fast enough, she will say, who are you texting? And that's my pet peeve, because I'm fucking doing something that I'm busy with, so that's my pet peeve.
Do you think that's like an insecurity, or where could that stem from?
No, I'm just like, can I cuss?
Say anything you want to.
I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I'm number one priority. Period. Point blank.
What is your biggest red flag?
I think it's when they're like, oh, daddy and mummy are paying for their rent.
Ew.
No, stop. And when they're like, kind of like, oh yeah, no, everything's paid for me. I get an allowance every week. Like, I'm a working man. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, not entitled.
Responsibility.
Yeah, ew.
You know what I mean?
Like,
Look, there's nothing wrong with wanting a guy who could pay for his own stuff. That's totally fine. You don't want to date someone who is not self-sufficient at all. But also, the problem is that if you want somebody who you have to make at least $500,000 a year, then we can. It's like, well, calm down. Okay, $500,000 a year. That is not easy to make at all. That's very hard.